Hello everyone. In this session, my name is Sindhu, Assistant Professor, MITM, Mysore. In this session, we will study swapping concept. So what do you mean by swapping? Swapping, it is a mechanism. So it is a mechanism in which a process can be swapped temporarily. Please mark this word, temporarily, out of main memory to secondary memory. In the later cases, again it will be swaps back to main memory, is called swapping, right? So here, take this example. Here, this is your main memory and this is your secondary memory. That secondary memory, it is also called as backing store. Initially the process P1, it is in the main memory, right? Process P1, it is in the main memory. If the main memory is full and P1 is in the idle state, P2 wants to main memory, P2 wants to execute the P2 want to execute. In that case, if the main memory is full, in this swapping concept, you need to swap this idle P1 process into the backing store and swap in the P2 process into the main memory, right? So here we explain this with a example in the multi-programming environment in the round robin CPU scheduling algorithm. Say we have 4 processes with different burst time. So in this case, the process P1 is start executing. If the quantum expires, then P1, it is enter into the idle state in the longer period of time. In that case, if the other process need this main memory, if the main memory is full, that process P1 need to be sent it to the backing store, and that new process will be enter into the main memory and utilize that space, right? This is the one example. And take the another one example in the priority based scheduling algorithm. If any higher priority process arrives and wants the services, then the main memory manager can swap out the lower priority process into the backing store and then load and execute the higher priority process, right? When the higher priority process it finishes its execution, then that lower priority process can be swapped back in and continue the execution, right? So in this in the priority based scheduling algorithm, the swap in and swap out concept, it is also called as rollout and roll in, right? In the once you store that process P1 into the secondary storage device, it will create the executable image. That executable image, it will contain code, data as well as stack information, right? So once you send the process P1 from main memory to secondary memory, again copy the same process P1 to secondary to main memory. In that case, does the swapped out process need swap back into the same physical address? So for this question, it depends on the address binding method. So address binding is done in the load time or in the assembly time. In that case, that swapped out process, it will be stored in the same physical address. Once it is swapped in, then it will be stored in the same physical address. But the address binding is done in the execution time. But in the execution time, that swapped out process, it will not be stored in the same physical address. Here, this is the and here the major part of the swap time is a transfer time. Here the total transfer time, it is directly proportional to the amount of memory swapped. And another major constraint in this one is the transfer time, major transfer time. And another one here, it is the if we want to swap a process, we must ensure that it is completely idle. So if the process P1 it is waiting for the IO, input output operation. In that case, you need to swap out this process into the backing store and swap in the process P2 to the main memory. In that case, if it is IO operation is it is in the asynchronous mode, then that believes that if the P2 is in the main memory, then that input output operation, it will be send data to that P2, not P1, right? That is the main constraint in the swapping concept. I hope you all understood this concept. Thank you.